So let's raise you a glass of water. Because right now, your biggest asset is shrinking day by day. And you don't even notice it. The time waste, the comfort, the parties, everything that you think is doing right is shrinking the most valuable thing in your life. And you do not even act on your dreams. Let alone one day you wake up and realize it's gone. It's all gone. There are no opportunities for me anymore. And that is what I will warn you for. Because right now, your time is shrinking day by day. Time gone by is time gone by forever. And it may feels like that you have many days ahead. But one thing I've realized since I'm working full time, doing YouTube, trying to start up other things, time has flown by. Time has just flown by, absolutely. So that's why I warn you. Take the opportunities now, because otherwise you sit in that chair later thinking, I could have done so much more. And it is to my first point. Time will run out much faster than you think. That's as I said. You think you have many days ahead. So, let's take a rough calculation on how much time you have left. For the age 20 and 50, let's take that. So if you live until 85 is common. So you have 65 years. If you're 20, we'll multiply that by 365. You get a total amount of 23,725 days. Let's take your 50. So you then have 35 years remaining. And you're still 50, yeah? It's not like you're an old grandpa or anything. So multiply that, you get 12,775 days. And if you think about this, it feels like nothing. There can go 2 years in this. But before you know, you're already 20 or 50. So imagine only the difference of 11,000 years have already passed in those 30 years. Is how fast time goes. Do you even remember the moment you were on primary school, kindergarten maybe? At that point, life has just flown by. That's how it just works. But it's also with procrastination. Oh no, I do it tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes next week. And next week becomes next month. Next month, next year. And before you know it, you've not even acted on it. You have dreams, but no, they get placed. Until it is 10 years later and you're thinking, why did I not do that? Or you're sitting in your chair, 80 years old. It's just a matter of when am I going to die? Now you have the feeling at my age, you certainly live at least 60 years. But then 60 years doesn't sound very much. But yeah, then you're sitting there, 80 years old. When am I going to die? Why did I not just chase what I wanted? That's a feeling you give yourself every time. And it's one of the regrets I have is not starting that business. Not doing full force in it, full focus and everything. No, I was just waiting and waiting. So just move to it and do the action. Because right now you're limiting yourself and you're just waiting for that moment of regret. Because one thing hits harder than failure, and that is regret. That comes great to my next point. Regret hurts more than failure. And that is just, after failure, you can say, I've at least tried it. You can look to yourself in the mirror and say, I've at least tried it. And then you can say, I can live with it. It is peaceful in my mind. This is sitting there at 80 years old, ready to die. Why did I not do that? Just one single year of effort could have changed my whole life. And that is what I'm realizing now. And that's what you should realize now either. Because right now, you're limiting yourself from your dreams. If your dream is to become the next CEO at McDonald's, go afterwards. Because then you can say, I've at least tried to chase my dreams. I've tried, I failed, then I gave up. But if you just say, I wanted to be that, but now I'm just a plumber, teacher, but I wish I was that. No. Chase after it. Regret is just waking up years later. What if I've just tried? Where would I be if I just took the chance? That kind of pain stays with you forever. Don't fear failure. Fear the regret of not trying. That is one of the most famous quotes I've heard. And that is something I should improve too. I'm not perfect either. Even though I'm trying with YouTube. I want to start a business on what? But yeah, I need to put in new work, but right now I'm setting it up day by day. And I'm just thinking that is 24 hours past times 7 is already another 168 hours I could have just used. Or when I'm scrolling on TikTok on my bed and I'm thinking, why have I not just did that? Why have I not uploaded the shorts I have? Why did I not do that? All because of some comfort? And that regret is sitting with me already. Imagine how big it grows. After 10 years, I will be crying and weeping on the floor. And the last point, small opportunities become big doors. The biggest chance in your life never come in flashing lights. They come in small decisions. Saying yes to a meeting, starting a side project, taking one small risk. At first, it doesn't feel like a life changer, but over time, the one choice leads to a whole new life you never thought was possible. If you keep waiting for the perfect opportunity or the perfect moment, you'll miss the small doors that lead to everything you want. That is with studies, athletic chances, business chances, no matter what. It can be applied everywhere. You're just waiting for that perfect moment. No, I just need to wait for the perfect moment. Right now, I do not want to hit the gym. I'm not feeling good. But when are you going to hit it? Smoking. It's not a good time for me to stop right now. Why? Why is it not a good time to stop? I think it's the best time to stop. The earlier, the better. But no, partying, no. No, it's not a good time right now. I just want to have some fun. If you need that kind of stimulation to have some fun, man, you must be depressed as hell while at home. Just scrolling to TikTok, doing nothing, jerking off. All because to have some fun, not building anything, not trying at least. This is what you're doing. Right now, if you're between 18 and 30, this year you need to build. This is the best time you can do it. Because right now, you have the mental power, hopefully. You have the energy, even after 6, 7 hours of sleep, maximum, even 5, 4 hours of sleep. You can still function after an hour of waking up most of the time, but you can still function. You're at the best shape and condition in your whole life. Testosterone wise, but also looks. So right now, you have the best opportunity to build something that lasts your entire life. Because if you're past those 30 years, it will be much harder. Then you have a family to take care of. Then you need to work full time. I do not say it's impossible. Because many millionaires and billionaires have made it after 50 years old. So I could have not found any person, which is obvious because why would a 55-year-old post about it? Very dumb of me to think about. I've wasted 2 minutes searching for that. No, but you can still be the millionaire then. That's how many chances you have left. Only the more you go up in age, your time shrinks, but also the amount of time you can use. So if you take a whole line of time, so this is your whole time in a day. I will take it for 20-year-old as well to finish off this video. As a 20-year-old, what responsibilities do you have? You either have a job and you have maybe some friends on the side. You need to experience some fun too. Do not get me wrong in there. But then you have at least this amount of time. If you're a bit further in your life, you do not have as much time. No. So to finish off my point, as a 20-year-old, you have at least half of your day you can use. But as a 50-year-old, 30-year-old, 40-year-old, you have just this. The rest is household, kids, even grandkids if you're at that point, mortgages and everything, jobs. And here you only have a job, and that's all. Right now, you do not have anything that you need to do. At my age, that's why I can do this. That's why I want to start new things. Yes, and I'm overloading myself. But it's what it's all about. If you want something bad enough, you will do it anyway. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how long the journey is going to take, you will get there. That's what you need to think of and keep in mind. So, with that, is everything that you need to know. Do not waste those precious years. Time gone by is time gone by forever. It's one of the Shark Tanks that a person, Keith, I believe, Mark and Kansas Stinger, he just wanted to set his boy up for life. Because right now, yeah, he has the capital. That was not his problem in this whole Shark Tank video. It was just he does not have the time to build another company. And then you can, no matter how wealthy you are, it will always sit in your soul that, what if I just did this? So do it. Just do those impulsive thoughts if it is, but make yourself not having that regret sit in your soul until the last second before you go. So that is everything that I want to say, and I hope to see you in my next video.